Hello and welcome everybody to OP Digital Blueprint. I nearly said OP 360 again then, notice I didn't. OP Digital Blueprint, unveiling success. Guys, today what we want to chat about is really looking at why Onpassive is an ideal business and ideas for you to try and build your business a little bit. Now, we're not asking you to do anything that we wouldn't do, and you have to bear in mind here that I am not a marketer in the slightest. I'm not a recruiter. I'm not into that. That's not what we have to do, or not what we could do. I'll rephrase. So guys, say hello. I'm joined today by two good friends, Pete Rogers and obviously our very own Redfern. Unfortunately, Collins can't make it. Oh yeah, Collins can't make it today. Unfortunately, he's working away from home, so he's actually had to do something, which is a real shame. So, okay, so over to you, Red. What are your first thoughts on the subject?
Okay, I mean, obviously, as far as Onpassive as a business is concerned, I've always said the same thing. As far as Onpassive is concerned, is that there's going to be definitely two elements to this company. One is a business side of it, where people can utilize the product services to make an income from Onpassive. On the other side is the user experience, where people just want to use our products and services because it makes their life easier. Whether you have an existing business, you want to do certain things online, many people, and I'm talking about hundreds of millions of people, already pay for services online because they want to utilize and use a product or service. We do it all the time. I bet many people out here use Zoom, for instance, which is a video conferencing platform, and you pay the minimal subscription fee because it suits your needs. People use webinar web mailing services. They use they pay for all sorts of things. I mean, the ones that people will probably recognize: Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, all these sort of things people pay for. They want to use it because it enhances their life, it makes life easier, and we are in the marketplace as a company called Onpassive to facilitate the needs of the user. If it is of need, then Onpassive will develop a product or service that will facilitate that need. Many millions of people do it because they want to use it. They're not interested in making money. We're here today to tell you about the business side of Onpassive. We know that people are struggling out there right now, more now than they ever have done. We've seen life expenses go up exponentially over the last 2-3 years, basically since the pandemic has hit. People or governments are trying to recoup some of that money. Means taxes go up, means that your money in your pocket becomes less and less and less, which in turn is meaning that more and more people are looking for a side income, something alongside their existing job, business, whatever they have, to try and prop that thing up again. Onpassive is exactly that business. Why? Because we're internet based. We are online. Our products are digital services and products. We deal with things digitally, which means you do not have to have any stock. You purchase a product, you resell a product, you make a commission. It couldn't be any easier or simpler than that. Couple that with what Onpassive is going to help you do by building you your own website, by marketing you as the receiver of the products and services through your affiliate links. If somebody comes in, clicks on that link, and then goes on to purchase one of the Onpassive products or services, guess what? You get a commission. And let's talk about commissions. As far as commissions is concerned, we give one of the best affiliate programs there is out there in the internet space. As it stands at the moment, your first sale, you get 100% of that commission back to you. What does that mean in real and layman's terms? It means that whatever you have purchased that product from Onpassive for, one sale, you've got your money back. That means you're freewheeling, and it means that you are in a position where you haven't gone out of pocket for a very long period of time. Subsequent sales of the products, you would receive a 25% commission on that sale. That's good numbers. It's more than you would get anywhere else online. I haven't seen a compensation affiliate program like this for a very, very long time. Couple that with bonuses, rewards for team volumes, etc. It really is a business in a box for many, many people. And there's a lot more that is going to come along the line with Onpassive. It's not just based on buying and selling the products and services. There's going to be a lot more to it. It is a huge, huge business. You can get involved very easily. Either look up onpassive.com, use the link there, or better still, if you know somebody on Passive, just approach them and they will certainly give you their affiliate link so you can come and have a look. You can come have a look for free. They don't need to pay any money. You get a 14-day free trial to trial all our products and services. So it really is a win-win, risk-free business to get involved in. Back to you.
Thanks, Red. Thanks. That's great. Now, Pete, you're going to come across from a practical point of view, because many of you and many of our audience already know that you have a convenience store. So give us an idea of the differences that you've got with what you're doing right now and the costs involved in comparison to what we have with Onpassive.
Yeah, okay. I'll try and cover what I can. Obviously, I own a conventional business. It's a convenience shop. It's quite a busy shop. It's in a good position. But when I first started out, first thing I had to do was find that position. I had to go out and find the shop, find a good position to place the shop, so I could get obviously the trade to come in. And that takes time. A lot of work was involved, and I came across a good platform to have the business. And then obviously once you get the business up and going, it's not how can I say, it's not just you getting the business up and going. You've got to, first of all, you have to do the market research. You have to see with the traffic that's going to come there, same as obviously with traffic on Passive, you have to have customers coming to your shop. So first thing I had to do is I had to look around to see what customer base that I could build to come to my shop. And you have to do your own work before you obviously get started. And so first of all, I found the place where I wanted to put the shop. Then I put the shop there, and then I obviously then had to stock the shop. Stocking a convenience shop wasn't a it was very expensive. It was £50,000 just to get the shop stocked. That's how much it cost. I went the whole log and I spent a lot of money, and I stocked the shop out, and it cost me about £50,000. And obviously, then you. But
this isn't a one-off, is it, Pete? This is on a regular basis.
Yeah, this is what. Let me just. So that was to get the business started. Now, obviously, as weeks go on, you've got to replenish the shop. You have to keep buying stock in. Now, buying my stock on a weekly basis, just on stacking the shelves, can be between £10,000 and £20,000 a week. So it's a lot of money. Then you've got to staff the shop as well. I had to staff the shop. Then you have to pay wages. So then you have to obviously pay, because obviously the property I've got, I rent the property. I have to pay rent. So there's a lot of work involved in a conventional shop. Now, when I looked at Onpassive, I'm not an online marketer, not by a long way. Red introduced me to Onpassive. We used to work together on different other platforms, and you know, he said to me, have a look at Onpassive, and well, he just said, here's my link, you know, pay for the link and we'll talk about it later on. And basically that's what we did. That's what we did. And then I obviously went to a few first webinars. I started to listen to Mr. Mufareh and started listening to his vision, and I really got obviously involved in it. To be honest, a lot of it in the beginning went over my head. You know, as I said, I was new to being online. I didn't realize, you know, well, I sort of realized what obviously Ash was trying to portray in his vision, but you know, obviously it's when you're new to being online, it's you know, it's quite daunting. You know, when you're going back to my shop, I've been involved in my shop. I've been in obviously that sort of business now for the last 20 years anyway. You know, it's sort of repetitive, and I know everything about my work, about my shop. When I got involved with Onpassive 5 years ago, I knew nothing about online businesses, and obviously over the period of time, I got involved and started to listen, and with the help of obviously the likes of Red and yourself, Andy, and other people, you know, I started to understand how Onpassive was going to help individual people. You know, it's a secondary income, and it's going to be obviously far greater than what I'm earning out of my business now. But you know, shoot away, Andy. Ask me some questions.
No. I mean, this is interesting because let's put this into perspective as far as costs are concerned. So you rent a shop, so there's a monthly cost just for the shop. If you look at Onpassive, we've got this platform, and as Red pointed out, everything is digital, so it's an online system, and in effect, over time, they're going to create for us our own websites, which will have all of these digital products within our shop.
That's right.
So what we do is we activate our account by buying or paying for a product, but we pay for it once, okay, in that month, and at the end of that month we pay that again, because that particular product is a monthly subscription, for argument's sake. There are some that are annual and some that are one-off, etc. But our first paid product is a monthly paid product. Like Red said, there are lots of products out there on the market, MailChimp and Zoom and all of these other different products. You have to pay on a monthly basis. So this is our first. So what we do is we pay for that one time, and we pay for that once a month. And as Red quite rightly pointed out, the first customer that we take on board gives us our money back, that whatever that might be, because we get 100% of the first customer's commission back. And then from then on, we're only 25% every month from that direct customer. Now, there are other things that we won't go into right now, but bottom line is, I've got this shop, I've got this product in my shop, and Onpassive is now going to go ahead and market this for me, because I know nothing about marketing. I don't know about email marketing. I don't know about how you buy traffic or buy the right type of traffic. Again, I'd like Red to explain a little bit more about this in a minute, but I personally, I've spent thousands on traffic and got absolutely nowhere. And this is one of the interesting things about where we are with Onpassive. So, you know, we've got this online shop, and the company's going to send all of this traffic to our websites in order to buy these products, and our customer base is just going to continue to grow. Now, you have, if you think about it, Pete, you've got a limited catchment area because it's in a one location. It's not global, which is what our website would be. So you have a set clientele because they're within. Okay, you do get some walk-in business from people going by, but you have ongoing stock that has to be replenished. You've got ongoing rent that has to be paid each month, otherwise you're out. You've got the staffing costs, etc., and the hours that you have to put in order to make sure that that business is successful.
Absolutely. And I just want to add to what you just saying now. Obviously, we look at OConnect. You know, it's a conference platform, and we pay a monthly fee for that. That's going to be a monthly fee, but we only pay that once, and it's going to be, let's just say it's $50. Okay, now I have to buy a bar of chocolate, and that's just say it costs me £1 or $1. And once I've sold that bar of chocolate, That's it. That bar of chocolate's gone. And I have to restock that bar of chocolate with obviously buying it in again. Now with OConnect, okay, because obviously we've paid for OConnect on a monthly basis. And once you've got a customer base and you start to sell OConnect, the first customer directly to you, okay, you get 100% of your money back. Then obviously the other customers that's coming in, you get 25%. But that's only from that one purchase that you brought OConnect. With me, I'm having to buy stock of different things. As soon as I've sold it, I've got to go out and buy it again and replenish my stock. You know, that's the difference between Onpassive. Once you bought that one product, if it's for a monthly subscription, you paid it once, and you can sell that one product as many times as you can, or as many times the company will sell for you. Okay, and you will make a commission on those on that one purchase that you've made that month. Now, on my business, on my conventional business, as I just said, I have to buy. If I sell it, I've got to replenish it. So I'm doing that all the time, buying and reselling, buying and reselling. You know, there's a big difference.
Absolutely. And what's more intriguing to me is that for what you're doing, you have to be a jack of all trades, because you do. You have to understand how income, you know, stock coming in and stock going out. So it's stock returns. So no doubt you have to buy a software to cover that. You've got to cover the staffing costs. How do you pay these people? How do you work out what they do? So their schedules, etc. All of this has to be taken into account. And then it's all of the accounts build up that you've got to then deal with, so that at the end of the year you give it to your accountant to finish off everything, and then you've got a tax liability. You go, oh my god!
Yeah.
But
it's never ending. It's never ending.
No, absolutely. And this, for me, this is where the beauty of Onpassive comes in, because it is and does have that simplicity.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about the marketing. I don't have to worry about finding clients or customers if I don't want to, because the company are going to do that for me. Now, I mentioned traffic earlier on, Red. So, and you do a brilliant analogy of traffic and specific traffic, specific targeted traffic. So, again, tell us a little bit more about that and why that makes a difference.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we all know what traffic is anyway, don't we? You know, whether it is in Pete's circumstance with his convenience store, it is basically either people driving or walking past his shop and they walk in. That is traffic. Now, in conventional businesses, the old way of doing it was you used to advertise your business in magazines, in the paper. If you had more money, on the TV, on the radio. That's traditional traffic marketing to acquire traffic to your business. Then all of a sudden, this thing called targeted traffic comes out, and the internet has really blown targeted traffic into a whole new dimension. Now, what exactly is targeted traffic? Quite simply, it is selling to a market that are specifically looking for what you are selling. So what do I mean by this? How do we buy something now online? Majority of the times we go into Google, or we'll go onto a search engine, we'll type in, I want to buy a cooker, okay, or even a specific cooker. Guess what comes up? You put in a cooker, up come a whole long list of suppliers and people that sell cookers. Targeted traffic is even got smarter than that now because of AI. Look what happens. You only have to talk about it to a friend and you've got your mobile phone open. You go onto social media, boom. What do you see on social media? Adverts for the thing that you're talking about. Or even if you've put it into a search engine off your mobile, adverts for exactly what you've been looking for. That is targeted traffic, because the AI and the way that it works now online, they know you are looking for a specific product. So the chances of you selling something to that person who is looking for it is very, very much higher than it would be to anything else. That is targeted traffic. Now, Onpassive, they're good at this. And I mean really, really good at targeted traffic. It is one of our CEO's fortes. It is what he was known for when he was not doing Onpassive. Before he had the idea of Onpassive, he was known as the traffic guy. He was brilliant at it. And this is part of why he wanted to develop Onpassive, because he knows that side of the business extremely well. And what Onpassive is going to do is, like Andy rightly said, is part of what you get in Onpassive is you get your own website. The company are going to do it for you. They're going to design it, stick your products and services within that website with the links so they can buy it. And guess what they're going to do? They are going to specifically make sure people see your link when they are searching for, let's say, our one product we have as a commercial product now, which is our video conferencing platform called OConnect. If somebody puts in what's the best video conferencing platform out there, or what is video conferencing, bam, we are going to put your website with your link in front of somebody across the globe. This is going to be hundreds, thousands, millions of different websites all over the place. Now, if somebody clicks on that link of yours and then they go on to buy that product, you get a commission. And what have you done for it? Absolutely zero. All you've done is come into Onpassive, you've signed up, you've bought that product, and the company are going to do that all for you. And you've done nothing to earn that commission. But there's also another side of Onpassive as well. That is what targeted traffic is specifically targeting those individuals. But you can target your own traffic as well if you want to. You don't have to, but you can do if you want to. You can actually purchase more traffic from the company. That is going to be an option. So you can say, listen, I've got some money that I've earned from commissions. I want more traffic coming to me than what you give to me as a normal basis. Can you send this amount to this website? And here's the money. You can buy it. You can also go even further. You can do some work as well. You can go out there and you can share, talk to people, and then sell your products and services that way if you want to. So there really is something for everybody in Onpassive. Even if you just want to make a small side income and allow the company to do it all for you, it's there. If you want to roll your sleeves up and get really stuck in and put yourself into a position of financial freedom and time freedom and get away from the job that you're in at the moment, it is possible with Onpassive because the earning potential is unlimited. There's no caps on it. There is no, well, whoa, you can't do any more than that because we didn't tell you. No, they want you to succeed. And that is the beauty about this business. They give you as much as legally as possible, and they want you to succeed. From both parties, from the company and from the user affiliate, it's a win-win. Back to you.
Okay, cool. I want to do.
Okay, I'm just going to ask a question, because obviously we're talking about Onpassive here, and Red's just given a good sized picture of what Onpassive can do for individuals. What about Onpassive? What Onpassive can do for, say, people are coming into Onpassive, but they don't really want to use Onpassive for Onpassive. Can they use Onpassive for their businesses?
Absolutely.
Can I use Absolutely. Can I use Onpassive for my business?
Yeah, I mean, Onpassive is. Go on. No. Onpassive.
No,
I was specifically talking as from an individual point of view and all the rest of it. If you look at the onpassive.com website at the moment, and it has been the same for a long time, it is actually very much pointing towards businesses. Why? Because businesses at the moment they have to use the online forum, whether they like it or not. That they will not survive unless they are digital. Companies rely on the internet and they rely on digital products and services for their businesses now to function. Onpassive are in the marketplace for supplying exactly the digital products and services that companies need the most, more than individuals. And that is the truth. We make individually, we can make our commissions by selling the products and services of Onpassive. But the reality is a business needs our products and services for them to function correctly. Now, does a business need to make money as well? Well, the answer to that is up to the individual. But one thing's for sure is that our products and services have got far more tech involved with them. They are brand new to the marketplace. They're not dated. They have the most up-to-date AI features that you will see anywhere on the internet. And from a company's perspective, this is exciting. It takes their business to another level because it is going to enhance what they do already for their own business. There's so many components to Onpassive that a business can utilize to sell their products and services within the Onpassive environment. But on top of that, it's going to make that business more attractive, more efficient, and more user-friendly because they're using the products and services that Onpassive are supplying to that business. Do they want to make any extra money? Probably not. But one thing's for sure, any business will use our products and services because we're much better value than what's out there in the marketplace now. And businesses work on one thing. What's their bottom line? How can I save money but make my business more efficient and effective? And the answer to that is by upgrading your digital footprint to use the latest AI and digital products and services to enhance your own business now. This will be the draw to a business because it's better value for them and they're getting something that is going to really make a difference to them. Back to you, Pete.
Well, you've answered it. You know, I couldn't have said it better myself. But yeah, you know, that's what I was trying to say, because a lot of people they're focusing on Onpassive and think it's only Onpassive, but Onpassive is for businesses as well. You know, I mean, there's certain things in Onpassive that I can use in my conventional business. Staff, accounts. You know, there's different things that I can use in my business from Onpassive, which is going to make my traditional business, you know, work better. And that, you know, it's a win-win really for everyone who's looking at it, and people who are already in business that need to use the products. Well, you know, who want to use the products. Sorry, Andy.
No, you're right. It's great. Thank you, Pete. For Red used this analogy before that I rather liked, and you know, if you go to a restaurant and you have a wonderful meal, you're going to tell all your friends. Now, the difference here is that with Onpassive, you've got these wonderful products. You tell your friends, you're going to get paid to tell your friends. Whereas with the restaurant, you don't. But again, going back to the restaurant, let's say you've got a restaurant in a food court, in a shopping mall. You're going to get lots and lots of walk-in business. So how does the restaurant round the back in the side street make money? Okay, well, this is where specific targeted traffic comes on board. You know, 50-mile radius, for instance, we want to target people for our Indian restaurant. Bang, you're up at the top all the time. So again, from a convenience store point of view, let's do a couple of comparisons here. How many clients or customers do you think your convenience store sees in a month? Are they the same people all the time?
I'm lucky really, because I've got a lot of passing trade. I'm on a busy main road, and there's obviously people traveling from one destination to another, and it's a you know, the big destination, so it's a busy road. So you know, I could be looking at 500-600 people a day.
Okay.
Okay. you know, so it depends.
So 15,000 odd a month.
Yeah, easily.
Okay.
I would say.
All right, so again, let's look at the marketplace for Onpassive and the product. Notice I said product. All right, there's one paid product at the moment. We've got several that are free, and there are more lined up and queued up to come into play. And I'm going to come back to that in a minute because that becomes an income stream, and I want Red to cover that. But let's look at it. We've got every single person that uses the internet today. We have a product that they would use, whether it be an email system, whether it be a social media platform that actually is a correction to the corruption. You have to prove who you are. You can't have a fake account. You know, you can't troll or groom. You can't cyberbully. None of that. This is proper social media as it's supposed to be. So these kind of things. So every single person that uses the internet could be a customer for Onpassive. That's 5.3 billion customers. And you get 15,000 a month. Slight difference. Okay, so and again, I don't wish to be funny. I'm trying to give a comparison to those that are looking at setting up their own business. What the differences here are. You have, and I'm not going to ask you what your costs are, but I know roughly, you know, your stock a month could be 70-odd thousand,
and more, yeah.
And more. So the thing is, from our point of view, as you pointed out earlier on, Pete, if you pay for OConnect and you activate OConnect and you get one customer, you've got your money back. So it's actually cost you nothing.
That's right.
Right? And it's free to register, by the way. Yeah. So that you can have a look around and do whatever you like, play around with what the free products. If you want to get involved in the business, you can then contact us and we will help you build that. Now, I've lost my train of thought, Red. What was I going to ask you to cover off? Typical. So we with a restaurant, for instance, we tell our friends about this wonderful scenario. Why don't we do it with this? Now, our income streams, that was it.
Yeah.
So we've got, at the moment, one paid product, and that's about to go commercial viral very soon. We have a third party that is involved with the payment systems that we're trying to sort out. But once that's done, Onpassive will just go. So tell us a little bit more about the income stream side of things, because, you know, we say, well, affiliate marketing, you've got, you know, one product. That's not very good. What's going to happen in the near future, Red? What's the system?
Okay, let's talk about multiple income streams within Onpassive. Basically, we are a shopping area. You know, people come to Onpassive and they are going to peruse the products and services and buy whichever one they want to buy to use. That is from the user experience. Now, if you are looking at Onpassive to make an income, then you have to be an affiliate within the business. Otherwise, you are just a user using our products and services. But if you are an affiliate, you have to understand that to have these multiple streams of income within Onpassive, you actually first have to own the product. You can't sell it unless you own it. Now, you might be thinking, well, I don't use that product. Why do I want to buy it? Because if you don't own it, you can't sell it. So put yourself in a scenario of Pete's store. Okay, I'm going to use this example. There's stuff in his store I wouldn't buy because I don't like it. I don't like eating what he buys, you know, what he's got there. But as a store owner, I'm going to stock it because somebody else might like it. So I don't necessarily have to like what I have got on the shelf, but I know somebody else would want to buy it. I care about people coming into my store, buying something that is available and then paying at the checkout. Your Onpassive business is exactly the same. The more products you have on the virtual shelf, and in Pete's case, I know he has got a monumentally fabulous stocked out store. It is rampacked, stocked to the hilt. Why? because it gives people a choice. He knows the more choice he has in his shop, the more chance he has of people not only coming to the store, but also buying more because they're looking around. Oh, I didn't know you had that. I'll have that. Oh, look at that as well. Okay. Your Onpassive business is exactly the same. The more things that you stock your shop with, i.e. you purchase first to sell, the more you're gonna sell. Plain and simple. Whether you want it, use it, or like it is immaterial to the bottom line of what you're trying to achieve. And what you're trying to achieve is to sell as many of these products to individuals out there that you can do within your own business. This is what's going to give you multiple income streams. Every product that you sell is a stream of income, whether it be a recurring monthly, quarterly, annual basis. It doesn't really matter. Put on top of that, we've got free products and services as well, and there's going to be even more free products. Put on top of that bonuses and all the rest of it. It really is a fantastic business to get involved with, because it sky's the limit as far as what you are trying to achieve. But you need to remember, you've got to own it first before you can sell it. Over to you.
Yeah, I think what we have to do is to also highlight the value for money aspect, because and let me put this into perspective here a little bit. There are various video platforms available out there, but let me give you an idea. If you've got 10,000 attendees on the other one, it's about $6,500 a month. We have been using our platform as a paid product for $125 a month for 10,000 attendees. Now, when this goes commercial, it will have the capability to go unlimited. So you could have 1 billion people on the call. Now, that's an awful lot of people, but you know, even if you had a concert, for instance, and had 1 million people on the call from all around the globe that wanted to watch Beyonce, why anyone would want to, God only knows, but just as an example. But then, you know, you would be able to not only take those customers on, because they're now registered to you. All right. So every single person that's watched that event is now registered to you. And as a business, that's fine if they don't want that sort of income. But if they're running an event, the whole purpose is for that business to be able to make money. So if they've now got 1 million customers registered, and out of those 1 million customers, there's 200,000 of them say, oh, do you know what? There's stuff in this ecosystem that Onpassive's got that I rather like. I need that. I'll pay for that one. Or look, there's a free product. I'll use that one for the time being. And it's just going to grow. So, you know, the capability and the opportunity as an individual that doesn't have to have, like Pete does, the costs incurred with running a business. As Red said, Pete's got products in the shop that you're never going to buy. Pete's never going to use them. Pete doesn't smoke, for instance, but he sells cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so you know, what you do is the more you put in your shop, the greater the opportunity for Onpassive to be able to sell a product for you. So again, Pete, from your perspective, we know that the costs differential is quite considerable. But there are other things that you like about the system that you don't have to deal with the Onpassive business. So what would be your favorite aspect that you wouldn't have to deal with if you had just the Onpassive business?
Where do I start?
Remember, this is public. Yeah.
Well, I've got great staff. You know, I have got good staff, but they are a nightmare. You know, but they're great people. But you know, obviously, every business has got, you know, big businesses have got staff. They do have staff issues. Like you said earlier on about, you know, accountancies and all that. Yeah, obviously with Onpassive, we're running a business. You have to have an accountant, okay, or you know. But it's, you know, it's done for you simply on the OES. You can download all the invoices that you need. It's all there in your back office. Okay, with my conventional business, I've got invoices coming in there everywhere. Got to be filed properly. I have to get my accountant in once a month. Well, yeah, once a month to go through it. We have to do the VAT. You know, there's a lot of things that I can guarantee I will be once Onpassive launches and we're on our way. Well, we know it's launched already, but when Onpassive is on its way, there's lots of things that I know I should probably sell my business, and I shall just take an easy seat and enjoy the fruits of Onpassive. You know,
enjoy retirement, yes,
yeah.
Or semi-retirement, because we're still going to do this.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Some final comments then. What would you like to finish off with, Red?
I'm going to finish off with, we might seem excited. Well, I certainly am anyway, about this. Now, I've been here for a long time in Onpassive, 5.5 years, same as Pete has, and we've been here right from the beginning. I am as excited, if not more excited, about this company than I was when I first started. Why? Because the magnitude of how big this company is going to be really is starting to dawn on me. You know, this really isn't the place right now to tell people where we are, what we're doing, and all the rest of it. But we are going to be a household name out there in the industry. Mark my words. And to be part of it from the early days to seeing its fruition to where we are now with an amazing product of our video conferencing platform called OConnect, and how that functions and how it's rivaling software and other conferencing right at the moment, makes me so happy. As far as a business is concerned, I love the concept of anybody can get involved and anybody can be successful in it. You don't need any qualifications. You don't even need to know how to do anything, because so much is done for you. That's what I love about this business. It's open to anybody, and that's why I'm so happy. Back to you.
Excellent. Pete, what are your thoughts? I know you just said about, you know, obviously once we get going, Onpassive is going to be the thing and the business kind of goes out the window. No worries.
Oh, no doubt about it in my mind. I'm excited about Onpassive. Like Red just said, been involved in it 5 years now. You know, Red is the Q&A. He talks about, you know, Onpassive. I could listen to him all day, because he just comes out with what we all need to know. And my view is that once Onpassive is starting to move on and we get all the products, buy the products, own the products. If you own them, you will gain a profit from them. If you don't own them, you won't earn from them. So we're all in it to win it. And anyway, back to you, Andy. You know, that's all I can say.
Thanks, Pete. Yeah, I'm as most of you know, I'm a numbers guy. I couldn't do what Pete does. I don't have the skills to be able to do everything in that business. And you have to be a jack of all trades to run an entire system. And the beauty for me with Onpassive, and why I'm so excited about it, is the fact that it does the bits that I don't understand how to. For me, that is the most important, and it's the most exciting bit, because, you know, if I tried to set up a business and I tried to do the account side of things, I'm not very good with paperwork. I'm pretty good on the sales side, but I'm not very good at the paperwork side. So, you know, finding something that does all the bits that I can't do, that's where I'm going to win. That's when I know I can win with a business that I don't understand about. Okay, now I get to understand more and more every day, and I'm learning more and more every day, because that's what I wanted to do. But it's not an essential. It's something that we can set up and let go. Yeah, I don't want to do that personally, because my income goal that I wish to achieve, I want to do sooner rather than later. And that means that I am going to be able to share this, or share these fantastic products and value for money products with others that I know. So that's what's exciting to me. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. please like and subscribe to the channels. That would really help us. And we'll see you again next week. Perhaps we should have these two on again and carry on with a business element. This was brilliant. Great. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Thanks for inviting me on.
Thank you.